Oh, what a stupid place, you know? Staying fresh is what it is, right? No review tonight. We're just chilling out. A cigar that I've smoked multiple times. We already reviewed it, right? So we're just hanging out for a little bit, seeing what's up. Is this Toro? Yeah, 6x50. This cigar was given to me by the gracious Anthony P, who is very antagonistic. It's not his fault. It takes him a half hour to park in Brooklyn, which is the western part of Long Island, and so he's going through some issues with that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying, though. And as a as a guy, in a Corolla, it is what it is. I'm just a regular. I'm a regular man, baby. You gotta stay fresh. Quality soaps. I just can't stress that enough. Two showers a day. You gotta stay clean. You gotta wash your ass. So it is what it is. I don't know if Anthony P's going to show up, but maybe he will. Maybe he won't. He's kind of reliable. I mean, he's more reliable than Gio. But I think, though, we have to learn just to appreciate Gio. It's not the Gio we need, or it's not the Gio we want, or whatever. It's the Gio we deserve, I guess. He's the Gio. Gio is the Gio we deserve, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying, though? So maybe I've been a little hard on the guy. Maybe I mean, it sounded like I picked him up and put him over my head. I mean, whatever. But it is what it is, and it always is what it is. And I can't stress that enough. So the sooner you embrace that, what it is, you know, then you could care. You could care about yourself. And that's that. And that's that. Is what it is. So I don't even know. Hopefully, Sacco's showing up. Sacco hasn't been reliable either. I don't know. I don't know. I, the question is on this cigar. I don't know if there's enough bands on this cigar. I think we need more, what they say, information. Um, this cigar needs more information. I don't know if there's enough bands. I mean, because it's Monte Cristo by Plasencia, but I don't know if there's enough bands. I don't know, if there's enough bands. Yeah, says what it is. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of bands, but I don't know if there's enough bands. I mean, it needs more bands. It's got it's got two bands. It's got this band is the size of two bands, and then we got a massive band that's one band that's the size of, like, I don't know, four bands. So together it has two bands the size of, like, six bands. So it is what it is. Uh, and the words of a wise man, bands make her dance. So it is what it is. Bands make her dance. And I can't stress that enough. It is what it is. Can't stress it enough. Yeah, you know, bands make her dance. Wowza. So yeah, well, we got all the Autobots here. I don't know what happened. Like, the Autobots are just taking over everything. They're just taking over. It's like this whole channel has been taken over by bots. I don't even know who any of these people are. If you don't have a wrench, I don't know you. If you don't have a wrench, I don't know you. It's like, this place used to be a beautiful thing. It used to be magical, and then somehow, it just changed. Well, the Richie in me is, the Richie in you, I guess. Yeah, I appreciate the health department coming on down here. Yeah, it's like literally Autobots that it's the same, no matter what the names are. Same shit. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. This, Yeah, at least the I will give it to the Autobots here from the health department. They're reliable. I mean, it's just some AI system. It's like, yes, yes, yes. Don't smoke cigars. It's a cigar channel, right? Maybe streets, right? You know what I'm saying, though. It's just endless, endless bots. I mean, I got to give it to YouTube and their health department. Bots are reliable. The bots are just. I mean, it's mind blowing, mind blowing. How I've never had so many people on my channel and they're not real. And that's the AI. The AI in me, I guess, is the AI in you. There's one guy who's kind of reliable, and Geo, do your thing, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is. It's endless, endless. Oh, from Argentina, okay, Geo, let him stay. No, Argentina. My grandmother was born in Argentina, so it is what it is. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Jesus loves everyone. This is the truth, right? But he wants you to turn your life away from sin. He wants you to go from sin to him, right? Right? It is what it is. I can't stress that enough. You know what I'm saying, though? I can't. Where's Sacco? AP's not reliable. Anthony Cap, I don't know. He's not reliable anymore. I don't know what world. Caleb's reliable. I don't know what world we live in. You know? Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean the AI, even the AI is learning my phrases. Stay fresh, right? Quality soaps. Yeah. Hmm. So it is what it is. Pretty much a great cigar. The Monte Cristo Espada, you know, um, this is the Oscuro, and overall, it's one of the darker, stronger Monte Cristos. And to a certain point, it was probably one of the stronger ones until the AJ 1935, which this came out before that. The 1935 came out, later on, and that is the strongest Monte Cristo. Almost like mind blowing, you know, uh, how you know, and so it is what it is, it is what it is. So Anthony P's a bot. This Who's this guy? Sako. He's a bot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these robots, just robotically. I don't know. Ryan is a bot. AI. AI doesn't have a soul. So I could say if you're AI, artificial intelligence, Jesus does not love you because you're not you. Um, Natural born people of flesh and blood, we come from God. We have a soul. Now, somewhere a long time ago, the fallen angels mated with some women, and they had children that were giants, and they created those massive societies to build all those pyramids, which were not what you think. And then God flooded the earth because mankind uh, turned from God and was doing evil acts upon evil acts. And then the world got a restart under Noah, and then they repopulated, but then some of Noah's son's children turned from God again, and the story goes on and on. And then you have Sodom and Gomorrah, and pretty much, modern cities like New York City, or France, or Los Angeles, or San Francisco, or Sodom and Gomorrah again. And it is what it is. No, I don't do drugs. I can't stress it enough. There's no room for drugs. You know what I'm saying, though? There's no room for drugs. There's no room for drugs. Richie doesn't do drugs. It is what it is. So it is what it is. No drugs, no. But it is. So no. If you wanted to see a review on this cigar, I mean, I've already reviewed it. You could look that up. But I don't think Autobots are interested in cigar reviews. I don't know what they're. I don't. I think this is the last episode as far as reviews because the Autobots, it's just stupidity. It's really stupid. And speaking about reliability,
Hey.
sideways. So you had two choices there. Either you had to adjust the phone, or you would have to sit on the wall. I guess.
Oh shit. Technical
What's going
difficulties.
on?
2 seconds.
All right. I saw your strap on the table right there.
What's up, brother? How's it going, man?
Yeah, how's your balls? All right.
It could be fresher, but I'm doing all right.
So you became Amish, or you becoming what? Did you join a cult or a religion? What's going on?
I'm just trying to stay warm. The winter time here in New York. I got the extra protection.
You look like Abe Lincoln with this beard, man. I mean, I didn't know you could even grow a beard.
Yeah, trying to switch it up. Why not? I don't. It is what it is.
Well, beards give off a sense of reliability because generally people that have beards had a beard yesterday and they'll probably have a beard tomorrow. So I'd say the beards would help you in the reliability department, which is a good thing.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to be better than the person I was yesterday. That's the goal, right? So.
It's
Nah,
what
but
it
yeah,
is.
it's been a little while, but I don't know. I'm just trying something different. Who knows?
Yeah. So do the ladies like the beard?
I don't know. I don't. You know, I haven't really inquired if they like it or don't like it. It's just it is what it is.
So you switch teams, or you say,
Exactly. Exactly.
is it? He said, is what it is.
Brother,
But
this Placencia is nice.
which one? It's the only one I haven't smoked. It's much weaker than the Almaforte, correct?
Yeah, I only had the Almaforte once. This is like more kind of my party. It's like a solid medium. It's more bready, sweetness, like maybe a little cinnamon. I'm really enjoying it. It's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you enjoy it, that's more like Colorado wrapper, or
Yeah. Uh huh. I think this past year they came out. I think they only had the six though, the hexagon, and then yeah, I think this is the 6 1/4 by 54 box press.
interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the future with the Placencia. They had that Fuego one, which I enjoyed when it first came out, and then like nobody has it. Like it's you see a lot of the mid tier Placencias around, but like the higher end stuff, a lot of shops. Um, I don't know. Do you see them a lot on the higher end stuff or no?
I know they come out with the Zodiacs every year for like the Chinese New Year, but I did try the new one, the Cosecha 151, the Honduran Puro. That one was really good.
I'm pretty sure I had that one. I think I liked it. Yeah, I definitely had the Cosecha. I remember the name. But then, is that the one, the organic one, or no?
No, that's like the white and gold band. Jeremy, am I hallucinating? We here. I
Look,
think
it
it's
was it was either I'm just sitting there talking to Autobots or Geo, and at the end of the day, uh, Geo's higher than Autobots, so we got to
all right.
start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll take it. I got the runch by default. All these bots coming in, and it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, for example, if like you could have World War III going on and the Russians are fighting the Chinese and the Americans, but all of a sudden if like Terminators or aliens came, it's like, all right, guys, let's deal with this. Put our differences, like, you know what I'm saying, though, and you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, though, like,
Uh,
yeah, these AI stuff is strange.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely happy to be here. I've been on my best behavior. I'm trying to prove my reliability, get that reliability score up, a little higher, and yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, though. So
I found my calling in life. That's my that's, that's the one thing I'm good at
so
is putting people in timeout.
I don't know if you've been staying up with what's been going on. I think you made some comments, but so I've had some major switches in my life. So I'm down in South Florida now,
Oh, it's
and
awesome.
all I all I could say is, um, the cigar scene down here is the best in the world.
Oh
Like, I
yeah.
mean, dude, I'm not gonna say where I live, but I'm close to Miami. Okay,
Okay.
I went to this lounge for the first time. Over people, live DJ, women dancing, five bartenders. I smoke cigars. I smoke Perdomo with Perdomo and his whole company, his son, his brother, uh, his vice president. I mean, literally for an hour and a half. All right, and then later on the night, just me and Steve Saka smoked Me Cure to Black for an hour by ourselves. Like, are you? This is one night. Like, think about that as a night.
That's
You know.
awesome.
I, Also, Cigar Prop was there, but I didn't talk to him. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but like I was hanging out with some I'll say Italian guys because I do. There's a whole Italian guys from New York. That I mean, like there was like 30 guys deep, and I think there was some ex football players on the table. It was just so big, but like dude, big fucking dudes. But like it was a real scene. So you had like fucking big dudes, like ex football players, Italian guys, and I'll leave it at that because I'm not gonna use any words. But you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like real.
yeah.
We're all hanging out, and then like Cigar Prop walks in, and they're like, "Who's this guy?" I'm like, "Ah, Cigar Prop. He does shit naked." And they're like, "Fuck that!" Like you say, but then, but
uh,
then Steve Saka walked in, and I was like, "I'm gonna smoke with him a little bit." So like I was there 5 hours. So the last hour I smoked with Steve Saka, and like, dude, he offered to light my cigar with his torch. I'm like, "Nah, I do matches only." So I was like, "I'm sorry, Steve," but like,
that's awesome.
dude,
That's pretty cool.
I can't. We'd have to talk privately about like a lot of stuff that me and him were talked about. Because it was different with Perdomo was all about the company and the brand, and but I learned a lot of stuff that I could talk about. But
Yeah.
with Saka, it was like it was the end of the night, and I'm not I'm not gonna go on the record and say what we talked about because he was like venting about a lot of stuff about the cigar industry, and it was awesome just to meet him talk about this shit. And I even talked about with the Stillwell, and basically he was discussing about like who are these cigars for? Like who even wanted cigars with pipe tobacco? And he was even like questioning why he made this cigar. And I'm like, Steve, I'll be honest, man, that was the one cigar you made I didn't like. And he's like, well, who the fuck am I supposed to make this for? What's my target audience? Who the fuck wants this shit? And he's going on. I'm like, no, I'm not saying it's bad quality. I'm just like, he's like, do you ever smoke a pipe? He's calling me Big D. Did you ever smoke a pipe, Big D? By the end of the night, he's just calling me D. He's like, you know what I'm saying, D? And I was like, nah, I never smoked pipe tobacco. He goes, that's why you didn't like it, because he's like, yeah. So he's like, if you never smoked pipe tobacco, I was like, yeah. But I was like, I meant no disrespect, but just, he's like, yeah, it wasn't for you. So, but he goes, you're smoking the Mikir to Black. He's smoking Mikir to Black. He goes, I know who wants that cigar. I understand who wants the cigar. He's like, I don't know who wants pipe tobacco, but we made it. He's like, we can't stop selling it, so I got to keep fucking making it. So it was,
Yeah.
this was an opportunity, and Richie was just like fucking, it was, it was awesome. Like, it was, and also on a side note too, uh, because I was hanging out at another shop before that that's connected. There's a smaller one, and that's my first place I went down here, and I became friends with a lot of people. And I was respectful to one guy. I didn't know who he was. I was just talking to him, being respectful, and talking about cigars and the industry and the business. And then and he's like, "Well, you know who I am?" I'm like, "No." And I was already talking for a while. He's like, "Well, this is my shop. I'm the boss here. I own this, and I own a
Oh
bunch of
wow.
shops down here." And it turns out, he's a fellow veteran, and also he's other things that I've been past my life. He's connected to that, so so that's why it's always good to be respectful up front. Not like, oh, who are you? You're family. Now I want to be your friend. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And so then that next night, while I was at the big place, he was there, and he brought the owner of that place, and he's like, "Oh, this is Big D. He's like, he knows a lot about the industry, and he wants to get involved. He's like, we want him over here. He's like, you want to come work with us?" I'm like, I just and talking Perdomo. I'm about to go hang out with Steve Saka. I'm like, yeah, I'll come work with you guys. So, dude, like, fucking, like, I'm like that joke. Like tomorrow, I'm going there to do some paperwork, and then, I don't know if he wants to get involved in the corporate side or this, whatever. But like, dude, like I'm in the right place in the
Dude, that's sick.
Dude, the first night I hang out with Perdomo for an hour and a half, and Steve Tucker for an hour, and a bunch of guys from New York. the owners there are like, "You want to come work with us?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I could do that." So like, yeah, dude, like
That's fucking awesome.
I was
That's
just
sick.
waiting for like Fuente and like AJ Fernandez to come on in, and like everyone starts like fucking something like that. Like it was. And Nish Patel was there too. You know, Rocky Patel, Nish Patel. Like so, like dude, everyone.
That's crazy seeing these guys in real life. I mean, it seems like you like hit them off with Perdomo and then obviously Saka as well. Like that, that's awesome. And then like obviously the new connect. That's cool. That's great.
bro, the guy that owns these places, he's like, "Oh, you have to come over." He's like, "We go over to Perdomo's house all the time for parties." I'm like, "Yeah, I could do that. I'm like, fuck, I could do that. Fuck it."
Let me check my schedule. Let me check my calendar. Let me see if I, let me see.
Let me gas up the Corolla, baby. No, but it's all about respect. I'm telling you, man. When guys are just smoking cigars and it's real life and how you
Yeah,
carry yourself, like I had plenty of balls talking to all these guys, and it wasn't like, "Oh, I just love your cigars. Thank you. Can I just have a picture?" No, no, like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, dude, I talked to Perdomo. I was like, "So, do you ever have problems with fakes?" He's like, "I'll tell you what, Big D. I had some fucking guys down South America faking my fucking cigars. This and that, because I got that shit squashed, and that's why my piano hinges in the back of my box. I have Perdomo on it, so if you don't see that on the piano hinges, it's fucking fake." And, dude, like, is this really, dude? And then
That's
both guys I
awesome.
talked to about Cameroon tobacco, and I pissed them off. So I was like, "Nick, I was like, how come you don't make me Cameroon cigars to review?" He's like, "I used to be the king of Cameroon cigars, this and that, but." I'm not going to go into what he said about the person. Well, I'm not. But the point is, there was changes when the owner of the Maripafo family that gets all the Cameroon,
Yeah.
Maripafo family.
Hmm.
So, anyways, there were some changes when the old man died. Basically, and then what Saka told me was basically the best Cameroon goes to General uh, Altatus, Fuente, and La Aurora. He's like, believe it or not, La Aurora. I was like, wow, La Aurora is the ultimate sleeper company. But
That's a
apparently, like,
yeah.
yeah, what he told me basically was it's not like well, the way it works in Cameroon, it's little 1 acre farms all throughout the jungle, and it's a very dangerous country. Then that family just buys all the tobacco from them, and then they sell it. So there's no way to get in there and be like, oh, can I grow an acre over there? No, like because you have to pay off warlords. You know what I'm saying? Though it's a
Yeah.
dangerous Cameroon is a dangerous country in Africa.
Hmm.
So and what he said too is it's more it's naturally how do I say shade grown Cameroon because they say they grow in the middle of the jungle and the sun only hits the tobacco at high noon because there's so much jungle trees and everything. Little
Oh
shit
wow.
details like this, man. It's fucking amazing. And then he's like, okay, so then every year after they get the best shit, he goes, I might be able to get some good Cameroon, but then the next year maybe they all the best shit and I got scraps. So he's like, I'm reliable Cameroon, and the next year the quality isn't the same because the big companies got the best shit. And I will say this: what Saka said, he goes, and besides that, he goes, Big D, how the fuck am I supposed to compete with the best fucking Cameroon ever made, the Don Carlos for $12? I can't.
Hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
dude, it was just sitting there. I'm like, okay, like, dude, it was just, dude, I'm not making this shit up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
fucking sick. That's fucking
well,
sick.
fuck is, fuck. He's like, how am I supposed to compete with that? He's like, plus it's the name of his father and everything. He's like, "The fuck, he's like, I'm just gonna come out with the Cameroon, all of a sudden have this great story, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Dude,
dude,
that's awesome.
I don't. It's like I died. I went to cigar heaven.
Dude, the stars aligned. I know it sounds corny, but everything happens for a reason, and you're exactly where you should be right at this moment, and like every opportunity coming your way, you deserve it. So just
Well,
be
then
yourself.
also,
You're gonna crush it.
I just reviewed the Amendola cigar, and I'm posting another one tonight. I became friends with Jeff Amendola, who that's his company, and he's more of a boutique brand, and he contracts his cigars with other companies. You know what I'm saying? No, and I'm not going to go into all that privately we talked about, but I met his partner. But Jeff, I hung out with him several times now, and we hung out the other night, and we talked about how do I say I'm going to be getting involved with his situation as well, but like that as a friend. So it's dude, like so in 1 week in the cigar community, it's like okay, so I'm gonna be working with the biggest people down there, meeting everyone, and using my skills in that area. I'm good friends now with a guy that he's an Italian cigar company, makes only Italian team cigars. So that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Though, like me and him, I hang out till 3 in the morning the other morning. Like you know what I'm saying? Like my car, the parking lot's so packed. Like he drove me to my car, like because it was so
Oh
far
wow.
away. Like, I'm just saying. And so then he's like, "Oh, so you want to review my cigars?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm gonna be brutally honest. Whether it's good." I go, and they were. fucking phenomenal because he is a roller first. He makes his own blends. Like he rolls cigars, not just design. He actually rolls them. So like, even though he works with like AJ Agnostic, he designs everything, and then they just produce it. And so,
That's awesome, man.
but,
Good
and
shit.
I actually, I gave him Casa de Saco, and he started smoking Casa de Saco while I was talking to him.
That's awesome. That's sick. How do you like it?
He loved the blend. He said, "This is good tobacco and good construction." The first thing he did was put the cigar in the hand. And he went like this and let it roll in his hand. Right away, I could tell this guy is a master. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's like, "All right, it's even packed, good roll." He's like, "I can't even see the seams." I'm like, "Yeah, he glues the seams." And he's like, "This guy does this shit from his house." I'm like, "Well, it's a nice big house, but yeah, he does this shit from." And so he's like, "Who's this guy again?" I'm like, "Sacco, not Sacco." Like, he's like, "This is your friend," and so it's just like fuck it, dude. It was for a moment. Who knows? Maybe we could have like go big with Sacco cigars made of fucking this guy. We'll talk about that privately, but it's interesting, huh?
Dude, that's fucking sick, dude. I mean, you have a wealth of knowledge. I mean, beyond like that's even an understatement. Like, you'd add a lot of value to anyone that like would take you under their wing or whatever capacity you're in working for
You know
them.
what
Or
Nick Perdomo told me? Because I see when I first got there, everyone was wearing Nick Perdomo as a celebrity, right? And I was like, I'm not gonna try to bum rush him. Everyone's talking and taking pictures. But I was smoking the 30th, which is their new cigar. It's their best cigar there. And long story short, I'm just around with the event, and there's a guy there in a nice suit, and we start talking about the cigars and Perdomo. And he's wearing a little Perdomo pin. Now, but there was a lot of guys that they have what's called like the Perdomo Army, the guys that live in the area that on big event nights, like they hook them up with free cigars and they hang out and help out the events. And so it's kind of cool. They're very active in South Florida. And so imagine like every event's like you get invited to and like you help the brand you love. It's like a volunteer army, but like imagine like hanging out with Fuente and like you have the hats and shirts and you get free shit and
yeah,
whatever. It's
that's fucking
hanging
sick.
out with these guys. So I'm talking to this guy for like an hour. And he's like, "Well, I don't know if you know. Do you know who I am?" I'm like, "No, man. You see me. We're both smoking the same cigar, having a great time talking about the industry, and you listen to my ideas and listen to yours." He's like, "I'm the vice president of Perdomo." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that." He's like, "Yeah, no." He goes, "I'm not the celebrity. I'm behind the scenes." And he's like, "I've been working for 23 years with Nick." And I said, "Well, that right there tells me he's not an asshole because nobody works for someone for 23 years if they're an asshole." I know this guy's a good guy. He's like, "No, you're right." And so and I told him, favorite brand, but I said, with you always had good quality, good construction, good draws. But I said, on your 30th, you made a blend that I love. That was the first time I loved the brand. And so he goes, I really helped design that. And I told him how the band, you went smaller, but more detailed and more expensive and intricate bands. And I said, those are the best bands you ever made. He goes, I designed those fucking bands, big deal. We're talking about this and that and
That's
everything.
sick. That's
And
awesome.
yeah.
That's so cool.
And how the bands are made out of, I believe it was Holland, not Switzerland, Holland. But yeah, but they had delays issues, so all those cigars got aged an extra year because the bands were so delayed because of COVID.
Yeah, I saw the interview when
Uh,
he said that. That was interesting.
yeah, so then later on when I came back about an hour later, and then finally calmed down a little bit, I went to talk to Nick. Nick Perdomo was like, "Oh, yeah, big D." He goes, my vice president to tell me all about you. I was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "I'm going to steal something you said to him, and I'm going to use it." I said, "What's that?" He goes, "You told him that these cigars were stupidly priced, and it's a fucking gift." And he goes, "You know what? You're right." He says, "If Padron or Fuente had 15-year age tobacco, certified wrapper binder filler, it'd be a $30, $40 cigar." He goes, "Why the fuck am I selling it for $13?" I said, "I don't know, Nick, but you already made the price now." He goes, "Yeah, it's too late to change it now." And so we're talking like for
Dude,
because
that's fucking
I
sick.
said, because you're 20, people like it, but I said the 30 is way better. I told him, and it's 50 cents more. That's it, cents, you know. And he's like, it is a gift. He's like, it's a gift to our people because we think about the middle class people, and and even like when new cigar taxes happen, they eat the cost. And but it was interesting how efficient he talked about. He always grows his company 15% a year, and this and that, and his yields. He has the highest yields because he waters his tobacco underground and whatever. But the bottom line, I just told him, listen, you made your best stuff. I said, the only problem with this is, Nick, now that you make your best cigar, just like when Fuente made their Opus,
Yeah,
how do you
what's that?
top that? Do you just
Yeah,
stay in? Do you just stay in that line and go further this way, or do you try to top it? Because they're trying to top your best. Once you make your best shit, it's tough to top. You know what I'm saying, though? So it was just we do it. It was. Oh, so this is one night, man. It was fucking like,
it sounds like a movie scene. Sounds like
yeah, yeah.
dude, that's fucking sick, dude. That's awesome, man.
It was fucking phenomenal, man. Um, yeah. So what capacity on the side, you know what I'm saying? No, because I'm going to be also, you know, either going back with the feds down here or with the state. We'll see because I'm meeting with these people on Friday through the Florida Department of Veterans. So I'm going to do paperwork with them, and we'll figure out if either they're going to get me back to work with the feds here, do the paperwork, you know, because as I stepped down from Colorado, or they left on good terms and everything, or they might have something else I'd want. So bottom line is that service connected veteran, they have you have like actual a veteran who they are a veteran, but they work for the state and they're federally funded, and so whatever it is. So in the meantime, I got my pension too, so everything's fine with that. But it's just
That's
it's an
awesome, man.
interesting time, you know. In on every level. And, like for example, like that guy Amendola Cigars, Jeff, like his cigars are sold at the place where I hung out and where I'm going to be too. So it's like on every level, like I'm involved and friends with people and connect with people now that I feel like my passion and just who I am represent could be utilized the most. You know?
Dude, that's fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
I would.
You know what the last thing Nick told me? He said, I'm saying Nick, like he said, listen, big deal. And he goes, I could picture you running a shop down here in South Florida or being a big company's rep. You know, so that's what he told me. And I was like, I appreciate that, Nick. We'll see next week. We'll see next.
Dude, that's
You
fucking
know,
sick. Not
yeah,
not 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 to diminish it, but honestly, I'm not surprised, man. I think you got the personality for it, you got the knowledge. I mean, you're a personable guy. People gravitate towards you. Like that's fucking awesome. That's sick.
yeah. You know, it's kind of like you never know. You can have players, but never know till the game's on under pressure, and just been under pressure around these kind of caliber guys. And I have nothing but respect for them. You know, the cigars, whether you enjoy certain cigars or not, that's totally separate as far as what they do for the cigar community. It was just amazing. Saka also told me that he made a cigar just for that event, and it's only sold there. And then later on, they had a VIP room, and I went and I saw it, and a beautiful cigar. I have to buy one before they're sold out. So it's just interesting. That's how big of these shops these are. They're like it's a Dunbarton cigar. I think it's a Mukier, a special cigar, but just for that lounge. Like
Mm,
that's you don't just get that like if it's like you think like an average shop where I used in Colorado or like New York, like like oh yeah, go get a special version of the yeah, yeah it looked kind of like a Mukier green instead of the black or the red or the blue. So that'll be interesting to review that. No one's reviewed that. You know what I'm saying?
that's sick. That's
So,
awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're in the cigar capital of the country or the world, so like, that's sick.
bro, in the VIP section, bro, they had, and I said everything. They had like 10 different opuses. They had $100 that my father never seen this one, and they had $100 tatuai, and I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I don't know if I'm gonna try that one, but I mean, like, it's just interesting to even see that, But they had aged padrones from 2011. For me, I don't want aged padrones, but still, just interesting to see that kind of stuff, And they had the NFT, the bowl, the new one, the
Yeah,
NFT.
yeah, yeah. The gold wrapper. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I mean, but that section you have to get buzzed in, and like the person stays with you, like it's a private room. Besides the actual, so
damn.
um, yeah,
It's,
so
it's like a cigar candy shop down there.
yeah, and at the end too, he's like, "And besides that, you have a great time here, and beautiful girls work there too, nice bartender, nice time, and but all in all, he's like, and besides that, the guy was talking that works there, he's like, you're gonna love it too because you get half off all your cigars, everything. So half off David off Padron, Fuente, everything. Well, that's not a bad deal. All right, whatever. Fuck it. I'll take that. But see, at that point now, every night you're not going to smoke regular. Like at that point, you're like, should I smoke like a $21 Atabay tonight? And you're like, maybe.
Dude, that's
So
fucking sick, man. That's
yeah,
awesome. You deserve it. That's awesome, Richie.
I
Not
think I'll just stick with like Padron and just do like $12 Padrones all night. I'll be happy with that. So like a big like 26 this big. And like whatever.
I smoked the 80th the other day. That was good. The Maduro. It was nice. Really good.
I like the that's got that weird size, kind of almost like the Cohiba, that weird size. Like it's like a
Hmm.
box press, but it's a strange
Hmm.
size, right? It's not a Salomon, but it's not. It's a weird size,
Hmm.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, it's taped on either end.
it
It
is.
was solid. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was nice.
No, Padron doesn't make a bad cigar. However, it's just a matter of they're very similar, but at the same time, they do what they do, and nobody does what they do. So it's like if you're in the mood for Padron, then you're in the mood for it. So
Yes, especially maybe on a Monday or like a rough day at work, whatever you want. You want someone that's gonna have a little balls and
Yeah,
punch,
dude,
punch you a little
there's
bit.
a lot. There's a lot of shit. And we'll talk privately, but there's a lot of shit going on down here with all that. And yeah, the only thing I'll tell you, I'm not gonna talk about on the live because it's stuff that hasn't happened yet. But some of these people down here gonna be doing some really interesting stuff. So it's I don't know on every
Sick
level.
man.
Yeah, no, dude, my mind's blown about just where I'm at. I'm like, it's like down the street from where I'm living, like down the street, like 2 miles. So I'm like, you know, and like, and the first week I was here, and that night too, at the just the same line of people, but it's a smaller place. And while I was there, big time Tommy. So
Hmm.
I pull up there and he's there. Yo, big time Tommy, what's up? He's like, yo, Big D, what's up? And so we go back because I used to drive him in limos back in New York back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, that's fucking sick.
And I got nothing but love for him. I mean, he's a
Old school.
stand up guy, man. So first time there, I'm hanging out with him, this and that. And me and him were there at like 2 in the morning, no, 3 in the morning. And at the end, it was the last hour, it was just me and him. And we're talking about this and that and things I won't talk about, but like in the works of things that he's coming out with. Dude, this guy's a genius. Like he's a mark. He had a Yankee commercial with Amazon. Yeah, he had other stuff. But all I can say is there's gonna be some things coming out in the future with him that like I don't know, like sky's the limit. So just to be around these guys and be friendly with them, and like, and then
Sick.
that show Gravesend, the mafia show.
What was that?
It's called Gravesend.
I'm not familiar now.
So it picture like it's a small kind of a show, um, not as like high tier, obviously HBO show. That was a massive show, almost $1 billion show, The Sopranos. But still along those lines with Italian guys out of Brooklyn. There's that kind of street show, not like high level mob show, more like street guys in Brooklyn, and well, there and the other place that night too. Well, guess who's there? With Big Time Tommy, the whole crew of the show. And I'm hanging out with the guy, and the star of the show, William DeMeo. I'm smoking cigars with him. He's like, "Oh, Big D, yeah, Tommy told me about you. Yeah, stand up guy, blah, blah, blah." So we're okay, whatever, fuck it. And I'm like,
That's awesome, man.
he's like, "How long you be down?" I'm like, "No, I'm here. I'm here now. I moved here." No shit. It's all right, man. I'll see you around. I'm like, "Well, you ever anything? Just call Tom. I'm down for anything." He's like, "You got it, fucking Big D." So like, dude, like, it's like like it's
Dude,
fucking
that's
ridiculous.
fucking nuts, dude. That's
Imagine like hanging out with the whole cast of Sopranos, and it's just like whatever, what I'm saying? And like this is where they hang out. So it's like it's fucking awesome, you know. But like it's just an awesome environment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It just seems like good vibes. A lot of guys, similar, similar likes, similar interests. All cigar guys just looking for a good time, and it's
But
cool
no,
to it's
a
cool to
lot of
know.
ex New Yorkers down here.
Oh, I'm sure. It's cool to know that like Saka and Perdomo are like real guys, like stand up dudes, like that. Like that, I think is like good for like the industry, obviously as a whole. Like it's good. Like these guys are not on their high horse. Like they're the man of the people. Like they're just
Dude,
average guys.
he gave me the Mikir de Black. We're smoking together. He's like, "Yeah, hey, you want to smoke? You like Mikir de Black? Yeah, I like that cigar." Smoke, like it was just awesome. And it was just a fucking good time, man. Um, Yeah, that was really interesting because I didn't get to make a video with him, but it wouldn't have been the right timing because I'll just say it was the end of the night and he was having a good time. So,
Yeah,
but he was 100% truthful. He was just like, I asked him questions and he was I could tell he wasn't lying. He was just telling me flat out like, interesting shit thing though. And yeah, I just smoked out with him. But it was funny. We didn't talk about the cigar though, but we just enjoyed it. That was cool too. We didn't like, it wasn't like, oh, why make this blend? No, it's just, you know. The first I introduced myself to him, like, "Oh, my name is Big D." You know what I'm saying? But I have a cigar channel, but I just like to talk to you for a little bit, hang out. He's like, I sat down right next to him. He's like, "Oh, sit down, sat down," and you're like, and we had a good time, man. And yeah, it was
that's awesome, man. And it looks like you got some nice color when you've been down there. Also, you look nice and red and tan.
eh, sunny Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? They got beaches down here, so it's a good time, man. So it's I can't complain. And look, I mean, the situation. I don't want to go into my situation, but it was what it was, and it is what it is now. So we'll see. I'll go down there tomorrow and I'll figure out. But dude, this place at night. Imagine a cigar lounge that they have to kick people out at 3 a.m. And I'm talking about it was like Nish Patel and like Steve Sock. Like, all right, guys. You got to go home. Like, you know, like, it's fucking like, fuck it, it's good.
It's like, all right, Saka, yeah, no problem, man. I'll head out. You
It was
got
just funny because like he's like, all right, like he put his own cigar out. He's like, ah, fuck this, get the fuck out of here. like it's just it was strange, but at the same time it was like so normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. It sounds like good vibes. Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. That's cool. You got to link up with Big Firm, man. You got to get some firm action, bro.
I talked to Big Firm. He's gonna come on down, believe it or not. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? Though.
yeah, hell
Yeah,
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 hell yeah.
yeah, yeah, he's gonna come on down, and I didn't talk to Cigar Prop. I know disrespect, but I didn't. You know.
I mean, we've already seen too much of Cigar Prop as it is. So
Yeah, yeah, that was. He crossed the line with his balls. You know what I'm saying? That's a, yeah, that was,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
So
I guess you got to do it for the clicks, right? You got to do it for the likes. It is what it is.
it's what it's with that, and yeah. So I mean, yeah,
Damn,
I'm
we,
gonna
we
go
got
down.
we got America, we got Americo in the chat. That's a throwback right there.
Oh my, yeah, he's been here like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? No,
Damn,
uh,
that's a name drop right there. That's a name drop.
yeah. Hey, what's up, Miracle? Yeah, and yeah, dude. I mean, so I'm gonna go down there and cause like Nick's like, yeah, he's like, gonna come down to my headquarters. We'll smoke cigars. You know what I'm saying? No, have some whiskey. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. That was, who knows? And with those guys, when they run shops down there, they always go to those factories all the time. Like they get invited, and for the factories, and they have a week, and they spend with them, and this and that. So who knows? I mean, sky's the limit with that situation. You know,
That's sick, man.
it's
And
yeah,
look, I mean, you look how much progress you or like it was not even unintentional, but look how much connections you made in such a short amount of time. I mean, who knows? Obviously, as long as you're down
yeah. That was like a week. So we'll see next week. We'll see.
there. That's
Fucking
fucking sick.
yeah, yeah, dude, yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, well, I think next week we have
We
Fuente.
got Carlito hopping on the lounge and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like, yeah, yeah. No, dude. It's and no, there's things that I can only say privately, not over this. But yeah, it just remind me to tell you some stories about that because that was it's a small world down here in a sense. It's a big world, but it's a small world. Like they're
Hell
all
yeah.
connected, So
A lot of Italians, a lot of Long Island people.
yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, 2025, I'll be releasing Malazzi cigars. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I mean, like, why not? Fucking, like, if go into production, make Malazzi cigars. Name a cigar after my father, the Giulio, after my grandfather, the Celeste. And so why not? You know what I'm saying? No,
Fuck it. The sky's the limit. Who cares?
yeah. I can have a cigar called the Big D because there's like apparently there's a cigar shop. There's a cigar shop called Big D, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So that's just a nickname. But it's funny too. When I was at the smaller one, but it's all connected. The guy we're talking about, they said, the guy talking about, it's like, oh yeah, we were over there the other night, and it's talking about William Forsythe. You know who William Forsythe is?
Nah.
Guy who played Richie.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Bro, whatever it is, man. I'm a step away from hanging out with real Richie. Fucking that would just top everything. Fuck, hey, Richie. Yes, I'm Richie too, but fucking yeah, fucking dude. If I get to hang out with Richie, you know what I'm saying? No, that'd be fucking,
That's like
from,
I've been rewatching The Sopranos, and they're all walking up to each other. Hey, how's your balls? I'm like, fucking Richie,
yeah,
this guy.
yeah, yeah. No, dude, it's fucking, who knows, man? But all I can say is like all my passion for the cigars and the industry, and also because I don't just like smoke cigars. I think a lot and have a lot of theories and questions and ideas, and like I even had some ideas. I was talking to VP in questions. I asked him, and he's like, "I never thought about that." And then I told him about. I said, "You ever smoke one of your cigars, but just backwards?" And he's like, "No, why would I do that?" I go, "I'm telling you, it's gonna start off stronger, totally different cigar." He's like, "Well, now I got to try that." And then I was like, "Not for nothing. If you have a year you want to make a new blend, but you don't have nothing planned, just put the cap on the other side. It's gonna taste different." He's like, "Holy shit! You could have 20 new cigars. Just reverse the cap with the band on the other side. No one has to fucking know. It's gonna taste different because he has
Yeah,
the same blend, but it's like living your life backwards, starting at 100, going to zero. You know what I'm saying though?"
yeah.
And he froze for a second. He's like, that's a good idea. And I'm like, fuck, whatever. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying though? But these are the things I think about. But getting to talk to real people, it's like, well, it's just I don't know. It's Yeah. So besides that, it was a normal night. Besides that,
Dude, I
I'll go.
mean, you got a lot of knowledge. I mean, like we said before, I mean, obviously you got the personality for it. Like, you know a shit ton. Like your wealth of knowledge is just ridiculous. So, yeah, that's fucking sick, man.
Yeah,
I'm
my balls are pretty. You know what I'm saying though, and yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say, did he show any of the women in Florida the balls, bro? The golf balls?
Say again.
No, I was gonna say, did you show the women in Florida those the tremendous balls yet, or no? Not
Yeah,
yet.
that will happen in due time. That will happen in due time. You know what I'm saying though. So I just been, right now because I had the downtime until I get reestablished. And that's going to start very soon. Um, just been going to the gym every day and just nothing else to do. So I'm just flexing on these people. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So it's
awesome.
yeah, whatever. So, but yeah, I'd say it's going very well. Uh, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's up. Someone in my building, talking about working out, someone in my building was like getting rid of like moving. They could get rid of like some workout equipment. I got like probably like $2,000 worth of equipment for like a couple $100. So
That's not that's
I
not
got a
bad.
pretty legit setup. It's nice.
So what do you got, like a bench or a rowing machine? What do you got?
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Oh, nice.
Dude, this guy's fucking gifting me this shit, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, that whole setup, man.
Got the bike,
What
yeah.
what do you have, a two-bedroom?
Nah, one bedroom.
Oh, well, where's the bed?
Right here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, dude, so you got everything. I mean, you got your bed, you wake up, work out, you know what I'm saying though? Dude, you should just lie to women and say you're a trainer and then you could train them with your bed right there.
I got the pop, dude.
That's a nice setup, man.
Yeah, it's not bad. I got no excuse now. I got a little gym in my apartment, so there's no excuse not to work
But
out. So
besides that, dude, just you start doing, 50 push-ups a day, even in sets of 10, 5 times a day. You do that for a month, man. I'm telling you, it's the
oh yeah,
consistency. It's not one day. You do that
exactly. Yeah.
keep on your prunes. Even Josh, he's been eating a lot of fruit and he cut out the soda.
Okay,
And, and now he's saying he's only going to have, I think, McDonald's once a month, which is improvement. That's a massive improvement.
that's huge.
You know,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
win right there.
went to a doctor and he said got a little bit of scare. And also he said he couldn't see in his words, he said he couldn't see his pee anymore. I was like, yeah, bro, you gotta get your shit together, man. You gotta get your shit together, man. So it's like, you know, but then he did send a picture of his pee, but all you can see his belly. I'm like, thank God your belly was there. Like, oh my
Ugh.
God. Yeah.
Bro,
But I was like,
Josh.
yeah, man, bro, you gotta start exercising, man. You gotta start, but more importantly, just cut out the fast food and the soda. I mean, you're drinking soda every day, like a liter every day. You cut that shit out, you're gonna drop like crazy. Because I mean, you almost in 32 ounces. That's cans of soda.
Yeah, shit's nuts. Yeah, I don't
Mm.
drink soda. Not really that. I mean, maybe with,
And
with Chinese food, I'll have like a diet coke, but that's about it.
you shouldn't do it all, but don't diet's worse. But wait, well, once a month or something. But what I'm saying is like soda, all that shit leads to stomach cancer. I'm telling you, man, it's caustic. It rips apart your kidneys. It I mean, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, you look at every person. If there are those carts at the store and the 600 pounds, what do they got in their cart? 324 packs of Coca Cola or Diet Coke, doesn't matter, and they're drinking all this shit because diet stuff, it's fake. On top of, they're both bad in different ways, but the diet is fake and it's actually sweeter than regular sugar. So your body can't even like it spikes your insulin so crazy. Like you'll become diabetic faster with diet, believe it or not, than regular, and it's all bad. But it's terrible. You know, pretty much right below fentanyl and heroin is cocaine.
Yeah, man. You know, summer's coming up. No more hoodies and big jackets. Like wearing t-shirts. You gotta look better in a t-shirt. You can't be coming out with like man boobs and shit after the
Well,
winter time.
start. I'm telling you, man. Besides the workout stuff, I'm telling you, push-ups and planks. do that
Yeah.
every day. Fucking Anthony P says, but Anthony P been busting my balls saying diet soda is not bad for you. Bullshit. Bullshit. My friend's father drank diet soda every day. I'm talking about a lot, and he drank the coffee with the fake sweet and low, the fake, same thing. Game. You know what he died of? Leukemia. 51 years old. I'm telling you, man. All that I'm talking about, he would swear by. I mean, the 20 years I knew him, every day, diet Pepsi, diet Coca Cola, and diet, the sugar in the coffee. Every, and I mean, religion. Like, I'm telling you, man, like the shit is toxic.
Nah, yeah, man. I hear you for sure. But
Yeah, dude. So, dude, the espressos and the cappuccino at this place are fucking like, like it's a top. When I say it's a top notch place, I mean like on every level. Like first when I got there, it was so crowded, and but the whole shopping center it closed except the Cigar Lounge, and like all these people, like, and then I heard that like 300 yards away. I'm like, they got a DJ outside, and then a couple of people outside, because it's warm, and oh, like perfect weather, nice breeze, and oh, the other night was a Michelob night. Like, all right, guys, Michelob night, Michelob cigars, and then like Michelob's daughter came up there and was doing a raffle to win.
dude, that's sick. Especially the lounge, like open late, like especially in New York, these lounges close like what, like 11, 12 o'clock max, probably not even like.
And not only that, you have like 12, 13 guys there, and the guy running the lounge is like the god. And like, oh no, we're watching this TV show right now. We're not putting on, but dude, this place, man, yeah,
Dude,
like
that's
no,
sick.
like
That's sick,
people
man.
outside, people outside had like full service in the bar. Bartender girls are coming out with like 15 drinks on it. Like this place is making money.
Dude, that's sick. That's awesome. Especially like you're right,
had
you're right
every
there.
he had every Adderley, every Bandolero, every Padron, every Fuente, everything. I'm talking about like the stock wasn't an issue. Like I've never seen a more overstocked place uh, of everything. I mean, yeah. So
Dude, it's crazy. You couldn't get that Perdomo 30th for so long, and then now you
I,
got.
I found it the first day, all three of them in like five sizes. I was like, oh yeah, just fuck myself. So yeah, and then like I smoked that, and then like 5 days later, I get to meet the guy that made it. It's like, oh, all right, yeah. So it's like,
It's not a bad gig. It's not a bad gig.
yeah, what I'm saying, yeah, yeah. I think next week we're gonna try to pencil in David off and see what we can do about that.
There you go.
I don't know, man, but
You, you're smoking a PJ with Fuente. It is what it is.
it's funny you said that guys were talking about that cigar. You know what I'm saying though, but because guys were just talking about how certain brands just happen or names or how the hell these just happen. See how they come up with pussy. Sit on this. Probably because
I got one of those. I'm afraid to smoke it though, but I got one of those.
I thought you smoked it.
No, I didn't smoke it. No, I traded a shit ton of cigars and like yeah, I traded like a bunch of Solaces, a bunch of like Liga tens, and like I don't know what else I traded, or I traded like two Opuses and I got like one. It was like a 19 for one trade.
Dude, if I was you, I would just like order some pizza and then like between slices light up the pussy juice. Like this is not gonna be a right moment. Like this like magical time. Just
Yeah,
do it. Like eat some pizza. And fucking whatever.
I heard you're not supposed to like cut the top. You're supposed to like smoke it out of like that top part, and then like midway through you're supposed to cut it. I don't know, but maybe one day
Oh,
I'll let.
that one. They didn't have that one there. They had BBMF though. The shop carried BBMF. Like the shop had everything. They had all the opuses, the sharks. The sharks were only like $25.
What?
Uh, they had the BBMF wasn't even that much. They had the Oscuro. I love the Opus Oscuro. I love that one.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. Oh, they had some like small batch stuff from like big brands that they don't normally make. Like they had some like small batch for no labels though that they make at that shop. Like so, like really some really unique stuff. So
dude, that's
that's what
awesome.
That's gonna be interesting to review that stuff because I haven't even got to like nitpick what they have there, and like I'm gonna be able to review stuff that nobody has. You know what I'm saying? Though.
I'm sure they have like random like older cigars maybe in like a bin that no one probably cares about or no one looks through. Maybe who knows and like probably snag a couple old cigars with some age
It's
on it.
got
Who knows?
everything, man. Yeah, they had some like cigars that got damaged, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just give them away if people want them." Like we don't give a shit. Like, and I forget what it was, but it wasn't like a cheap cigar. It was like, yeah, it's cracked, so whatever.
Fuck it. Who cares? Free cigar.
You're trying to fix them up and flip them, something like that.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
sick.
no, dude, it was the opposite of gouge and opposite of New York prices and opposite of availability. So it was just like everything was there, no problems, and a stupid price. Like, yeah,
Beautiful
dude,
weather, beautiful weather, beautiful girls.
yeah. Day one when I came down there to even the smaller place, they had open shark for like $25.99, and I'm like you're looking around, and you're like, you know, dude, so I was smoking a Neho for $12.99. I was like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, sure about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you sure about this? Like, you're like,
You swipe your card. You're like, are we good? Are
yeah,
we clear? All right. You're
exactly.
good. You're good. Go, go, go.
What's gonna be really stupid when I get that for half price and you're like 650? You're like, you sure about this? Like, that's gonna be stupid. Like, I'm gonna feel like a criminal smoking that. You know what I'm saying? Dude, $6 fucking an AOs. You're like,
Did they give you like a card or something, or is your name like on a list? Or
well, I'm gonna find out when I go there tomorrow. I'm doing the paperwork tomorrow.
dude, that's fucking sick, man.
No, the guys that ran the place just they came to me and I was hanging out with Big Time Tommy and like, oh yeah, this is big. Want him over here? You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, when do you want to start? I was like, I'll come by next week. I was like, all right, so it was like, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, no tobacco tax. Yeah, dude, it's
Dude, that's sick, man. I'm happy for you. That's awesome, man. Good shit.
yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be it's, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna call you from a yacht and hanging out with hey, Gio, you want another pussy juice? I got a good deal. It's time with Fuente. Like he's like, oh, gee, well, this is the guy that's not reliable, but he's starting to be a little more reliable. Oh, okay.
But Carlito, I love you. Carlito, I love you. You're my favorite.
Yeah,
All right, get this guy away from me. This guy's
yeah,
freaking me out.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I was actually talking about playing music with Perdomo because he plays drums. I was like, well, I'm a professional piano player, and talking about that, and he's like, oh, maybe we could jam out. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. Fucking go on the road. I don't know, I don't know what we call it, like a fresh crew or tent for camping. I don't know, but who knows, bro? All I know is like I'm in the best possible spot for me. You know?
Dude, it's a blessing in disguise, man. Blessing in disguise.
Yeah, yeah. And believe it or not, the cigars smoke fine down there. I just, like I hate to say, but like you don't even need boba to pack.
That's
You
pretty
know,
sick.
you
How's the
know.
weather like? Like 60s right now, or like?
During the day, like it's winter time here, so during the day it's
Yeah.
72, 74. At night like 65. So people think it's winter. I see people at nighttime wearing winter coats. I'm like, the fuck. So like, but no,
You're used to freezing your balls off in Colorado outside on the porch.
the last week it was -20, and I was like, this shit. So like, yeah, dude, this is like, yeah, dude, this is what are we in February? Like, look what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Though, like, I'm in a Care Bear T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Though?
I was gonna ask you about that, but I don't want to.
I bought some new clothes. I bought a lot of black shirts and everything. For the lounges I'm hanging out at. But I also just bought some like fun T-shirts. I bought a Dr. Pepper shirt and I sent it to Josh. I was like, "Wear Dr. Pepper. Stop drinking it." So,
That's funny.
yeah, so
Dude, that's sick, man. I'm happy for you. That's awesome, man. What
yeah,
are you
no.
smoking now?
AP sent me a nice Monte Cristo, the Oscuro. Why is my mind going blank? The fucking
Espada?
Espada. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's another thing too about cigar page. I'm not gonna talk about it here in the live. We'll talk, dude. I talked to guys in the private chat about
They're probably pissed.
uh, what?
No, the cigar makers are probably pissed.
No, yes, yeah, but no. All I can say is you're not gonna believe the shit. I'm not gonna talk about it here. I'm not.
Yeah.
No, you find out a lot of shit down here, man. It's fucking amazing. Like it's
What? Cigars cost like $2 to make.
uh, oh, that's the whole other thing. Yeah. Oh, actually, I talked to Ed Lamont over the weekend too. I was on the phone with him for about an hour, and CEO, they're dropping 2 new cigars. He's got my new address here, so for they're sending more stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, dude, the General has been on fire, making new stuff, and um, so I look forward to seeing them. When they come down to the shops and everything. So it's but
Mil
I
Diaz came out with a new Maduro. Have you gotten a chance to try that one or no?
one.
Mil Diaz Maduro just came out recently. I heard good things.
It's funny. I didn't see that there, but I'm sure it could have been. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see every cigar. It's almost impossible because there's floor to ceiling and literally stuff on the floor, and like four wax. And the back row was like, so picture the back row was like left, right, and back wall, floor to ceiling, and then they had a ladder, so you can go up on a ladder. And then in between there had 4 rows left, the rows like both sides, what I'm saying? And then everything covered the floor, and then that stuff outside, like specials or things they were promoting outside the humidor. So just no, I've never seen that kind of selection. And then the prices.
I wonder if the shops use less humidity because they're down in Florida, so they probably could get away with maybe not pumping it all day like they do in New York.
There was no mist. There was no mist.
Oh, that's good. That's
There's
good.
no mist. Yeah, it's not necessary, man. I mean, it's fucking Florida is the over the pack. You know what I'm saying? Though, so it's like, you know, but
Florida is the
I
bag.
would private room. The VIP shit was my seeing seeing that level of stuff like all in one room was just like holy shit. That's you could go in there and drop money like stupid. You know what I'm saying though? Like
Is there
oh,
tax with tobacco or not?
I don't think so. Or if it is, it's cheap. Because it's not like when I bought a cigar, then it was a lot more money after I bought it. I don't remember, but they had cases of the unicorn in the private section. Like, hey, you want a box of unicorns? Yeah. What do you want?
Dude, $25 sharks, man. That's fucking crazy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, dude, that's not. Is that a good price?
man. Dude, I see shops up here. I mean, a couple of the shops, I won't name names, but like they're 30, 40, $45 for a shark. Crazy, man.
Dude, how much at regular price? Not in the future with the disc. What? How much Padron 64 Diplomatico? That's one of my favorite cigars. The full size Padron, seven
Yeah,
inch.
the one that
Box.
the one that DL likes as well, right?
Yeah, at 19.99 at a lounge. Like, are you kidding me? Are you like the smaller Padrones, the 64, $14, the 26, $15. But still, like in New York, you're dropping 30, $40 for any Padron.
Dude, it's like a whole new world, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, the Particulares I reviewed recently, you would like that for a mid-tier cigar. That was solid. That was solid. Check out the Particulares. It's like an old school Cuban brand. That was solid. I got to check out the Carrillo short run. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't do it. It was unique, but it wasn't strong enough for my likes. But it wasn't bad though. Trying to think what else. Oh, they got David off like Nicaragua's here for like $21. Full.
I'll put my
That,
phone in.
that's
Oh, oh, oh. Sorry,
this guy.
my phone almost died. My bad.
Johnny Cash said, "Remember we were smoking crack in the basement?" No, I don't remember that. Dude, there's
Bro,
somebody.
what do these guys have no lives, man? Like, get a job, get a life. Fucking hang out with your family. Hang out with your kids. Like,
Not
yeah.
people. This is what do you call it? YouTube's like health department, like just like Because every person's like, "Oh, stop smoking cigars," and you're like,
Dude, where'd they come from? I feel like
"Dude,
it just
there are people on the streets dying of fentanyl, and you're worried about my Monte Cristo." Like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, I drink filtered water, I take 2 showers a day, I exercise every day. I'm 40 years old. I mean, look at the forearm, man. Like, it's not like I'm some, like, weak bitch, you know what I'm saying, though? And, like, you're worried about me having a cigar? Like, are you fucking like, come on.
bro, the shit on YouTube is ridiculous. You could. We're not harming anybody. We're just smoking cigars, hanging out, shit, like bullshitting, like
Oh, no, Perdomo told me too that he actually sells a lot. I didn't know that. I was talking to him, about, with Cuban cigars, this and that, and if he has a European market. He's like, yeah. He's like, we sell a lot of cigars in Europe. He said he's actually going there pretty soon. So, like, pretty interesting. That's a whole nother market, man. Like,
yeah.
like, I mean, interesting.
Especially because all the gouging of Cubans. I mean, I saw the Davidoff of London. The guy was like flexing like aging room. He's like, oh, we have the aging room, Quattro Nicaragua. Like, this is a great cigar. One cigar of the year. I was like, a couple years back, he wouldn't have been promoting like any
No,
new
well, because think
cigars
about
at all.
it. It's reliable. It's strong as fuck. And
Oh,
it
I
is
love that cigar.
And if you're in England for 20 pounds, it's better than buying like a Siglo 6 for 187 pounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's astronomical. At that point, yeah, even a gouged aging room will be cheap compared to Cubans. Like, so, and that's what he was saying. He goes, we sell a lot of Perdomos over there. So it's interesting with the European market. They're selling a lot of the Cohibas in Europe, Silencio. They just changed the name because they
Yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
sell. But I mean,
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
yeah, so when one thing changes with all those hikes, it's just making non-Cuban cigars more people start trying them. And once I feel like if you smoke Cubans your whole life, and then you go like to Padron and like Davidoff and like Fuente, and you're like, wow, these work and they're 10th of the price. And Opus X, you're like, whoa, a cheap Opus X for 30 pounds. And you're like, but I could have smoked, a Monte Cristo number two for 80 pounds. You're like, yeah, I'll take the Opus X. You know what I'm saying? They're like they're not even the same category. And the price difference is just
yeah,
no, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just astronomical the differences.
yeah.
Uh,
It's crazy how the Cuban market like runs. I mean, people in Japan. I know AP talks about it a lot. People overseas, like
China,
they,
China.
they only China. They only smoke Cubans. Like that's all they want. Like
Well, it's the Spanish.
they're missing out, man. They're missing out.
Oh, good. If China starts smoking Padron, we won't get Padron. So that's a good thing, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't. Maybe they can't handle strong cigars. But yeah, um, yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, even down to this, with the border crisis and open the border. I won't say who told me, but talk to people in the industry that a lot of factories down there in all those countries they're losing a lot of rollers because they're coming over illegally, and then they start sending money to their family, and then other rollers quit because they're like, "Oh, I have money to eat. I don't need to roll anymore." So it's an interesting. And so I told this person, "Well, we may be importing Americans to roll your cigars down there." Hey, you like South American women? You like tacos? Well, come work down here. You know what I'm saying? We have free Wi-Fi. You can smoke all the cigars you want. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, you're like, you want to work in an Amazon factory or you come down like, this is a better job. You'll see smoking cigar. You think about it, man, you got to go down there, fucking, meet some fucking, Nicaraguan or Honduran mommy and have, whatever the fuck. Have 12 kids, Like, you think about it, because the American women are so terrible, and you go down there and like,
Yeah.
if you went down there and you had even like 10 grand saved up and you start working at a cigar factory, you're a god. They're like, whoa, this guy's got electric in his apartment. You're like, 5 girls, you know what I'm saying?
This guy has teeth. Wow.
Squat balls, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, it doesn't sound like a bad gig to me. I mean, these girls in New York are horrible, man. They're terrible.
It's everywhere. It's, you know what it is? It's the modern environment and with the internet that it doesn't, like, you could think you love a girl and she loves you. And the moment she's in the bathroom or you're in the bathroom or you're at work, she's talking to 5, 10 other guys. And you'll never know. You know what I'm saying, though? Until you do know. And then when you do know, what are you gonna do about it? Because it's like if you start getting ahead or aggravated or accuse them or anything, they're gonna call the police. And you know what I'm saying? We're in a system where no accountability. You know what I'm saying, though? For that. a very strange time, but at the same time, like, it's not a good time to like, oh yeah, let me get married to a married woman, and hopefully, dude, statistically, 70% you're gonna get divorced, especially like in like bigger cities, LA or New York or whatever. Like, dude, it's not gonna work out. And then like, you know, unless you come from a really good old school family where like it, modern people,
Dude, I won't get into specifics, but the last girl I was talking to, she was like, "Yeah, you came and went as you pleased," like literally. I'm like, as if like her golden vagina was like the only thing that she brought to the table. Like, congratulations, like is that the only thing you could do is lay on your back and just put your legs in the air? Like, congratulations, thank you very much. Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh,
you did
yeah.
you did a great you really contributed to the enjoyment there. Good job.
Yeah, the modern American woman to a cigar smoker is the equivalent of an ashtray. Like, thanks a lot. Everyone's like throwing their ash, like resting their Gordo in there, and you're like, yeah, thanks a lot. Like, and even if they dump the ash, like, how many cigars have been in here? And you're like, don't ask. You don't want to know. You know what I'm saying though? And
It's funny, they like give it up like it's nothing, and then after the fact they're like, all you wanted was sex. Da, 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 da. It's like you gave it up. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, I don't know. It's like it's
no,
hysterical.
I tell you, of course, guys want sex, but if a guy met a girl that was interesting, humble, and loyal, and like wanted to like, and better her you and split the bills and have a good life, a guy would be down. Like, yo, this girl's like awesome. Like, you wouldn't give her up for the world. But most women, even guys settle down with, are like pain in the ass. It costs you a lot of money. Costs them to keep. Costs even more if you lose them, if you have kids or you divorce, and then also the trouble. You know how many guys are stuck in relationships, but they're like the woman runs everything because they're afraid of catching a domestic. I had a friend in Colorado. He was afraid to break up his girlfriend because every time he talked about leaving her, she would like get nuts. And the last straw was she hit him. So he called the police and he went to jail. They're like, well, she hit you because you're bigger than her and she was scared. You're like, that's how you rob a bank. They're like, because he was poor. He had money. You're like, look at you, Chase Bank, all his money.
Dude,
So he got
women
like a year
are.
training order. He got anger management, had to pay fines uh, and then finally got his rights back and his guns back. But he lost a year, and during that year and a half, if he fucked up or drunk, or the police came to his house, beer at his house. So for a year and a half, basically, you're a slave. You know what I'm saying, though? So
Mhm.
he lost a year and a half of his life because think.
Can't make it up, man. It's busted.
And I'm warning guys that's you change the name and you. And he got lucky. He got a deal. The deal was one if you comply with this for a year and a half, we'll make it like it never happened. That was lucky. It could have been a lot worse. You know what I'm saying though? If he didn't take the deal, if it went to court, and if you get convicted of domestic violence, even as a misdemeanor, you can't own a gun. You know what I'm saying though? You know?
Fucking ruin your life. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and
I'm at a point now where, like, I got my place, like, I got my job, I got my dog, like, I take care of my own bills, like, I cook my own food, I do my own laundry. Like, what value are you gonna bring to my life? Like, I'm not, obviously I would love to be with someone, but, like, what are you gonna add that I don't already have other than pussy? Like,
no, you have to have something faithful and loyal. You got to go overseas now, like to the Philippines or maybe somewhere in I wouldn't even say Europe, but somewhere somewhere where old school people, or like here that's like ultra orthodox, like religious family, and that there's that level of respect. So
yeah,
if they don't come from a family with all this level of old school respect, that they church or whatever it is, have this kind of basically it's saying if they don't have any fear of God with patriarchy, they're not going to respect their husband. Because if you don't respect God, who's a man who created, you're not going to respect your husband. Because fuck, I mean that. If they
yeah,
laugh at God, they're gonna. If they laugh at God, they're gonna cheat on the husband. I can't stress enough. I just can't stress enough. You know, because they can be like, well, God's a woman. Okay, tell me one society a woman built. Tell me one country, one castle. Tell me one highway that was built by one. Tell,
Yeah.
tell me nothing.
Yeah, I've heard you say this before. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yeah, I agree. Dude, I think a lot of times, like, women nowadays, like, put a lot of stock in social media. Like, oh, you're not posting me on this. You're not, you know, you're. I got questioned with like liking a celebrity's picture as if like I'm gonna fucking DM Beyonce and be like, yeah, Beyonce, like let's do it, girl. Like, come on, I'm ready for
Like
you.
she's in the middle of the night, like next to Jay Z, and she's like, "Hey, Gio, okay, yeah, like a cake."
Dude, it's like a harmless like. Like, are you that insecure that I can't like a fucking celebrity's picture that like I've literally 0% chance getting with? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
but meanwhile, like they're getting DMs all day. Dude, okay, let me explain to you. I didn't make this up. Some guy told me this, and it makes sense. The average, not even the average girl, has the same sexual opportunity as a millionaire or a rock star because she could go anywhere. Bagel store. I got no money. Oh, baby, I got it. You want bacon, egg, and cheese? What's your number, girl? I got you. We go to a bar, right?
oh,
Who's buying
100%.
me a drink? Oh, baby, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Literally, guys will just so they don't need money. They can show up. They have what's called a comp life. So picture like a high roller gambler or a sports player. Yeah, he might go places and get comp stuff because he's a status. Women are born in this modern society with the same status as a millionaire or a big or rock star. Tell me I'm not lying. Tell me I'm not lying.
Dude, women don't even need to open their mouth. They just fucking smile and like maybe like lower their shirt a little bit and like they get whatever they want.
Bro, there's 500-pound women doing OnlyFans and porno. That's all you got to know. Like, it's you know. So I just can't stress enough. It's is it fair? No, but that's it is what it is. Of course, they don't have that power forever, but like, so you got to understand that it's the system right now. How could you compete if you have someone who doesn't have a woman that doesn't have any high morality? Because she doesn't have that fear of like doing the right thing. Why should she? She has even the littlest argument, like getting hit up all day, all all you can't. And that's the downfall of this with families. Strong society from strong families. Without strong family, society is doomed. It's doomed. Majority of Christians didn't have a father. Plus, it's like all these fathers are bad. These fathers are making bad decisions. Only it's not like they had some good guy. They generally get knocked up by bad guys, right? Not the normal guy who wants to have a normal life, Bob the plumber, but then you want to fuck this guy, take it off, and now you got kids and no father. What
Yeah, I mean, I don't condone like infidelity, but like even the Sopranos, like they had their gumad, they and the wives knew about it, and like they make you happy, they pay the bills, you got a bracelet here and there, you shut your mouth,
No,
and
but they would never leave their wives because they had their children. They would never, and they kept that
yeah,
beside back to the family. A woman, she's married and she sees the guy, she's gonna leave your ass. You know what I'm saying though?
hundred
You know,
percent, yeah,
why wouldn't she leave you, take the house, get the kids in the child support, and have the next guy? Where a guy will stay with his family, even if he is slide, he's like, yeah, he might do something, but like it's just like a supplemental pussy. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying though? Um, that's all it is. If see, women control sex, but men control relationships. And a man could have sex with a woman he doesn't love. But if a woman is having sex with someone else, she doesn't love you. I can't stress. And no woman's like, I love my husband so much, and then she, getting a train done, by the guard. And no, she doesn't love that guy. You know what I'm saying though. But a guy can love his wife and maybe have something on the side, but like he loves his wife. Like, I gotta go. I gotta take her out to dinner. I gotta get out of here. You know, I'll see you tomorrow, baby. Whatever. But like, no, I mean it. Like it really is different. You know what I'm saying though? You know? Um,
Yo, Rich,
yeah,
I've been holding the smoke, bro. I don't know if you see, I'm not even doing it on purpose. I've been like regularly holding the smoke now. It's great. It's definitely you definitely get that true intent for sure.
get the true intent, and it makes you a better cigar smoker because you could pinpoint out other cigars. And honestly, if you only smoke one, get more out of it. You know what I'm saying though? Instead of smoking two cigars, puffing, Smoke one cigar and hold the smoke, and you'll get more out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know,
Even in Connecticut, I was smoking. I don't even know what I was smoking the other day, but it was in Connecticut, and I was holding the smoke, and I was like, wow, it has balls now. You know, it definitely it held up more for sure.
I would go with skinny Connecticut, dude. I just
Hell
reviewed
yeah.
tonight the Amendola Connecticut. It's called the cannoli, dude. It was in Corona, 42 gauge, dude. It was fucking phenomenal.
Beautiful.
When
That's
I say
beautiful. Yeah.
like it was 3/4 strength almost from the beginning, and it had rich charred wood, vanilla, black pepper, red pepper, creaminess. It had earth in it for a Connecticut. Like, dude, this thing was fire. Like, it was. I was sad the cigar ended, and the guy that made it gave it to me 2 days ago to review. The guy that 'cause I'm friends with the guy that owns that company.
Mhm.
And so and he actually does a lot of events, like rolling events at big parties, for his brand. But overall, special cigars just for that event. You get hot like Miami, or whatever. And I'm gonna be going with parties, get a shirt for his company, and help rep the brand and go there as big D, say big D on it. And so, dude, that's just it's so much opportunity down here, and just to network, make a lot of friends, and that, dude, like that was another aspect that happened. I didn't even tell you. So, like, dude, it's like on every level, like, you imagine I got to get to know the guy for like the 4 nights we hung out before I reviewed his cigars. I got to hang out with him, and not even just talk about those blends, but just know about his whole life and his background and everything. And he actually went down to Miami to learn from like the masters down there and rolled with them and learned about blending and everything. And he went back to New York and he had his own thing there, but then he ended up taking it to North Carolina and then he ended up in Florida because he wanted to do it his own way. But he was rolling cigars big time out of the Bronx back in the day. So like, it's just an interesting story. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, that was the first time I ever got to that too. So like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would like to smoke Padron with Padron because I will talk to them about the rappers. I will talk. I will. I'll just say, not me, but I've heard people say some things. Is it true, Michael? Is it true? I mean, it's definitely Nicaraguan rapper, right? It's something next to Andres. I'm sure it's not true. I just
He'd be like, that's
no, man.
that's funny.
Not classy way, but I'll just say I read it in Cigar Dojo,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
whatever,
Rich, you go to these events, you introduce yourself to girls, and be like, "What's your name?" Be like, "I'm Big D." They're like, "Oh wow, you're like," and the girl's like, "Oh, what is that?" Like, wouldn't you like to
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
I
yeah.
can I can tell you why they call me that. I mean, it is what it
Oh,
is.
oh, when I'm around people, I I have a presence. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
exactly. Yeah.
I'm not wearing a care bear. But whatever. And
That's awesome, man. I'm
got
happy for you, Rich. I know.
some
I know
pretty.
you don't like. I know you don't like praise. I know you don't like the sappy shit. But I'm happy for you, Rich, and I mean that. So I'm happy for you, bro, and you
Yeah,
deserve it.
maybe for a reason because me coming over here, those opportunities wouldn't have happened if I came here. As far as that, I mean, dude, there was no cigar community in Colorado. Like, dude, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was like the main. I'm saying though. So you just put that all together in one night. Like, okay, you go there's 1,000 people, there's nightclubs, DJ, bottle service, beautiful girls, every possible cigar you want, and then a VIP section, smoking with production. He has a crew. His pretty serious. They're all like, and like, it's almost like Secret Service around. He's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He make a lot. He's gonna have.
Yeah,
And then your dad, smoking with Saka. Okay, Cigar Prop was there, Nish Patel, whatever. You know, and they're like, "You want to work with us?" I'm like, "I can work here. I could be a."
that's sick, man. That's fucking sick, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was yeah, and
Eh,
like big time Tommy was there too. But he has his own cigar. He has his own
Oh,
cigar
really?
with Silent 13.
Oh,
It's called
cool.
Tommy. It's
Yeah,
shout out to.
he likes the big ones. Yeah.
I smoked that cigar the night I hung out with him. I smoked it with him. Just
Oh,
talking about the
wow.
cigar and how it happened. And it was just me and him at 2 in the morning, just smoking this cigar. You know what I'm saying though? And he's like, well, I was always smoking these big cigars, and they saw me a lot on Instagram, with the cigar. And then they reached out to me, and they're like, okay, you want to make a deal? And he's like, I don't make the cigar, but I told them what I wanted. He's like, they sent me 5 blends. I chose one out of it, and then that's the cigar. And his name is on it. So they deal with selling and distribution, but he's just getting points from everything. So that he just made himself into a brand in a sense,
Big
So
time
like
Tommy. OS for life. Old school.
OS, shout out, I love fucking Big Time Tommy, man. Fuck,
Hell yeah, that guy's a good dude.
dude,
Yeah.
dude, like think about it. Who am I, right? I'm Big D, right? But at the same time, like it wasn't like when I got there and everyone left. He's like, I gotta get out of here. Like towards the other night, like because we smoked a cigar and then everyone left. It started getting late, and then but before they closed, I because the place closed, and then the smaller place, and it was just me and him sitting outside. And he had his big van, the big like conversion van, and just had like Big Time Tommy. It has like a big fucking like a 4 foot long boom box in it. So it was just me and him smoking the Big Time Tommy. You know what I'm saying though, and just fuck yeah. So right, that's so yeah. So I got to smoke Big Time Tommy with Big Time Tommy. I got to smoke Perdomo, Saka with Saka, and get to know Angola cigars and hang out with him. Like we talk on the phone and then review his cigar. Four things like that in the first.
It's not a bad gig. It's not a bad gig.
And then you look at Colorado and you're like, nothing happened. Like nothing happened
Dude, that's sick, man.
in 4 years. In 4 years. You know what I'm saying though?
Oh,
So like
you were out there for that long? I didn't know that.
4 years. I did see one guy who was at a shop in Colorado in the city though, and I went there and I was talking to somebody and he's like, you look up his phone and he's like, hey, you, and like he turned his phone around, he was watching me. You know what I'm saying though? And I'm like, oh hey, what's up, man? How's your balls? He's like, yo, man, what's up? Fucking like, he was like, but that was it. But it's not like but he didn't like, oh, let's talk. We get to know each other. It's a different vibe over there in Colorado. But that did happen. But that was in Denver. But that
That's
was
pretty
it. That
cool.
was like,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, but dude, I mean, I'll take Miami. I'll fucking take it. Fucking, yeah, yeah, no, dude, I'll take Miami. Um,
Dude, Rich, if we meet down in Florida, I'll be like, oh my god, Big D, yo, I watch all your videos, man. How's your balls? You staying fresh?
yeah,
Quality shows.
I'll big firm with me as security. I'm like, get this fucking guy out of here.
Dude, big firm. I love that dude. He's a good dude. I text him here and there. He's a good dude.
Yeah, dude, he's about 2 hours away, but yeah, no, he's gonna come on down here, and once I get figured out what nights I'm there, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just nights. I think from when I talked with the first guy, I think they might want me to be helping out on the corporate because they have okay, yeah, you see this huge lounges, shops, but there's so much plant. They just had the great big smoke, the big event. If you
Yeah,
look
yeah,
on
yeah,
this,
yeah. Mhm.
that just happened here. It's like 20 minutes house where it happened. So all those guys
So
were in
sick.
town for that, and so like but the place I connected with down there, that was their event. Like they sold out like a whole like stadium. You know what I'm saying though? So like um, you know,
The opportunities are endless, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah. The one guy who I know, who told me he knew a guy that just ran a shop down there. We started there working, and they ran a shop, and then within a year they saw how well he was doing with the people and like sales. And the Altatus, so Monte Cristo, they just came a 6-figure offer, gave him a car, and he's like, I'm out of here. And now he runs with Monte Cristo because the reps see how good the guys are doing, and they're like, and they're
Yeah,
like, they see the potential. Like,
yeah.
so,
I'm sure they poach guys all the time. Different companies. That's fucking
yeah,
sick, man. That's awesome.
you gotta figure like which brand is rich. I don't know.
You got like a spreadsheet. You're like, okay, maybe for a little bit.
Yeah, not for nothing, man. It was if like Quorum cigars like Richie. I'm like I would probably listen, bro. They are the number one cigar in America, so it's like you're by volume. You're like, am I getting points on this? You fucking dude. Those guys are probably balling. You know how much money they make off Quorum cigars because they sell themselves. You know what I'm saying? Though, like,
That's fucking sick, man.
also you see like Richie with a Quorum cigar shirt. But you're laughing now. You see me in the Bugatti. I'm like.
You pull up the Sacos, be like DVD. Hey Saco,
Oh yeah, it's the Quorum Sun Grown. It's great.
How about now?
How about that, dude? Yeah, I don't. They don't do quorum nights, but it is what it is, though. I mean, someone's buying that shit. No, you know, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's what it is. Yeah, who knows? I don't know, man. Yeah, I think Padron will be too serious. That's all. That's fair. Man.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick, man. That's awesome.
Dude, people that work with is probably gonna be ridiculous though, because that guy's a party. Fucking
Bro, those events are gonna be sick. Nice meals, nice networking events, meeting people, schmoozing and shit.
dude, everyone they had, they had these groups called the meat lovers groups, and they had like jackets, but like it was like meat lovers groups of like Phoenix, Arizona, meat lovers groups of like whatever, something Texas, and like, dude, there was people all over the country like for these massive events. Like I'm talking, so dude, it's like the mecca. Like you know what I'm saying though. Like there's nothing bigger than this. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
though. So it's gonna be
How far is Ybor City from you?
that's like 2 hours.
2 hours.
That's a different vibe. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say. I mean, I talked to Big about it, and he's like, no, like they have some big stuff over there, but the vibe and energy in the party scene is not like down here.
Hmm.
Like there's South Florida, you know, because everything within 30 minutes of Miami, you know, especially like within the suburbs of Miami, um, it's it's where you want to be for that kind of environment. You know what I'm saying, though?
Dude,
You
that's
know,
sick, man. I'm happy for you. That's awesome, man.
yeah,
You seem like you're in good spirits, and you deserve it. That's awesome, man. That's good.
yeah. Like down the street from where I live is like a Ferrari place to sell Ferrari. I'm like, I gotta be, I got whatever. Coming out of Big D's Ferraris. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? It's got more balls.
Trade in the Corolla for a Ferrari.
Yeah,
Just fucking. It's like, oh, BD, we haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, a couple things have changed in my life.
nothing.
I got this gig
I
going
would be smoking my cigars in it, but the roof would be like right here. I'm just like,
on. That's fucking sick, man. That's awesome, man.
we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man, just the guy that introduced me, like I said to everyone, you know, told me the other guy to hire me over there. Uh, he was like, yeah, because the first time I met him, we're talking about. And I asked him, I said, the guy Vinny, I said, uh, who was the easy? He was the owner. I said, who's the easiest company to work with, get the products, and no issues, delays, and just and never any problems with construction. And right off the bat, he's like, Perdon. He's like, I hang out. He's like, if I need cigars, get him like right. That was interesting just to see on the supply side. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
far that was interesting for him to say that, and but whatever. So it was interesting. So it's just getting to learn a lot about the politics down here, and who the people are. I talked to Nish Patel, but that he was with a girlfriend or a wife. I don't know. Whatever. It was just like, oh hi, you know,
That's funny, man.
but I think the other brother. Because how many Patels are there? There's Nish Patel, and who's the other brother?
I'm not too familiar. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was a. I just need to bring like a Cigar Aficionado magazine and see and then like, oh, that guy's there. That guy. That,
You just Googling images, like the guy's face, be like, oh, that kind of looks like him. Let's see.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I met the guy, also the main rep for Saka. He was there that night too. Nice guy too. And today he was on Instagram taking pictures with Matt Booth and some other guy. Did you ever see the guy with the shirt off? There's always a guy with the shirt off. There's a guy on Instagram who's in the cigar industry, and he always has his shirt off. And it's like I think his nickname is like uh, shirtless Kenny or shirtless Tommy or something or whatever it is. He's just weird though. He's always at events without no shirt, and he doesn't have the body to do it. And but I met him there too, though. And the guy, that I knew, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is." I'm like, "Oh, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh, you don't know him?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh, he does his whole thing is he's always taking clothes off." I'm like, "Okay, that's not for me." I literally
Yeah.
said, he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna take it off over here." I just do it at events. You
That's a weird marketing strategy. And you said he doesn't have
know,
a good body. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I hung out. I hung out with shirtless Mike and my guy for about an hour, but he kept his clothes whatever. And whatever. You know what I'm
It's like,
saying? Though?
bro, we're cool, but we're not that cool. Please keep your clothes on. Like,
Yeah, see, Uncle Larry knows he is a shirtless Mike. That's him. Yeah. So we hung out for an hour together. We talked about this and that, and whatever.
that's sick, man. The journey of Richie. Tune
Yeah,
tune in
all
tune,
different levels.
tune in next week. Tune in next week to see what happens next.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, the prop taking his clothes off. Yeah, the shirtless Mike, and I'm like, that's not gonna be me. That's not my. That's not,
Dude, pantless Richie, man. You just fucking whip out the balls, man. That's what
yeah,
it is.
dude, if I show the big sack, you know what I'm saying? Sack, baby. You know what I'm saying though?
It's like, why do they call you Big D? It's like, oh, okay, I got you.
Somebody was saying that Shaq comes down to this lounge, and I'm like, dude, shit, man, like, dude,
Dude,
fucking,
that'd be fucking Shaq. Dude, he's a DJ in his spare time. He's the man. He's the man.
dude, fuck, if I get to hang out with Shaq, the guy's tremendous, man.
You put Shaq over your shoulder.
No, oh no, he's
Oh
gotta be like 450 pounds,
yeah,
and it's just too much. It's too spaced out. You know what I'm saying though?
yeah.
That would be, yeah. No, I don't. Even Richie, I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All respect, to O'Neal. You know? It's like, well, like fuck you, Rose. Richie, eat down. Richie.
That's hysterical. All right, brother. I'm gonna head out, but yo, thanks for having me on, Rich. And yeah, it was good chatting, good catching up, man.
Yeah. So we'll have you back on in 4 years.
All right, cool. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll get fresh. 2 showers.
Yeah.
Quality stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep training. You know, what I'm saying they'll grow the beard. You know, what I'm saying though. Yeah. Eat prunes. You know, what I'm saying though.
I-
Are you
I'm
eating?
I'm in, I'm in the bullpen. You gotta call in the backups, the reserves.
Are you eating your prunes or no?
Oh, of course, of course. That's my nighttime snack.
There's
Well,
nothing more important than for a man once he gets to his late 30s and for the rest of his life to eat prunes. It's the number one. That and drinking water, soda, but eat prunes because I'm telling you, it prevents so much diseases. When you have food in your stomach that's not your body, especially a lot of stuff has fake shit in it or too much meat, your body can't break it down fast enough. It causes inflammation and disease. Prunes just clear it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying though?
hell yeah.
It's it's important. It's important. Like guys don't want to listen to. Some guys do, but
I've been eating fruits for like probably a year now. Or
you feel
maybe
better.
more. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
It improves your overall health. You know what I'm saying? No, I think they're best like at nighttime. Eat before you go to sleep, and then when you wake up, some
Yeah.
good shit. Like you don't want to like wake up and then then eat it because by lunchtime you're like, oh shit,
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah. It's not a midday thing. You don't want to be taking prunes at 2 p.m. You'd be
you don't
fucked
want
up.
to take a PM before you go out for a hot date. Get some shot. it's,
So
it's,
what's wrong? What's wrong in your head? You're like, fuck the prunes, the
yeah.
prunes.
Like, want to go back to my place? You're like, you got toilet paper, bitch? You said, like,
I need at least 3 ply. You
yeah,
got two. I need two plus. Two
uh,
plus.
yeah, because you eat like 3 or 4 prunes every night. You're taking like 2 pound shits, just blowing it out. You know what I'm
Yeah. Tonight I'm cleaning out my colon.
saying? Exactly. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later, man. Everyone, have a good night, and fuck this place. I don't need this place anymore. I'm never coming back.
Oh,
Fuck
there it is. There it is. There it is. All right, brother.
this.
Yo,
All
peace,
right,
bro. Love you, bro. Peace, bro.
all right. Have a good one.